All right, so I just want to walk you through really quickly what this will look like on the e-learning side at CLA, where you can go to look for assignments for the students or if they need help. We will be showing the students all of this on Monday as well, on the 30th. But just so parents are aware, I thought that might come in handy. So if you just have them log into their email, they can see here. So if you notice, I set up kind of like a quote unquote dummy account with a student named fifth grade. And this fifth grade student has gotten invited to all these assignments as well as some classes. So the assignments will all show up here very quickly and easily, and they will be in bold because they hadn't been read yet. But I know that will be overwhelming for a lot of students because there'll be a lot of assignments that will be given on Monday, but may not be due until Wednesday or Thursday or even Friday. So I just want to show you some real quick places to go. So instead of looking here at their email, we're going to ask them to go over here to the waffle and go to their actual classroom. Now, a lot of students should have this bookmarked, or they can also use an app to get that if they want. There's actually some good apps for that on different devices. So once you come in, it shows you all of your classrooms right here, which is really, really simple and easy. Now, if you notice this first one, this practice class that I just made, it actually has posted some things that I just posted up here so that I could show you what it looks like. So when they have upcoming assignments that are due in the next day, 2, or even 3 days out, it will post those right here for you to see. So the upcoming and the closest assignments that need to be done will be listed right here. So you have due tomorrow, you have due Monday, and today is Wednesday. So just so you can tell, that's about how far out it will go. It will only show a max of 3 assignments. So there might be more assignments in there, more material in there, but it's going to show you the actual assignments, the things that are going to be graded, or the things that the teachers that we are asking them to actually do. So there are 2 ways to reach these assignments. They can look here and they can just click on. So if I just click on this reading and QC, which stands for quick check, they can come in and it will tell them what they need to do. So it says read and complete the form attached. And so there's a Google form here that they will click and they will answer questions. And then, so what they will do is they will come in, answer all these questions. When they're done, they push submit. And then when they're done with that, they can close the tab and they'll be back here. And what we need them to do, and this will help all of us in understanding what is still due and what is not done, is to also mark as done. And then we say, yes, we are done, so mark as done. Once they've done that, then if I were to go back, so let me go back by getting to the classes. Now to get to the classes, over here, you've got this nice, almost paragraph looking thing. Click on that, click on classes, and it will take you back to this view. And if you notice that quick check, it's gone, it's not on there anymore. And if you give it a few seconds, if there are more assignments coming up, they will pop up. Like I said, it will show a max of 3 assignments here. Now, the second way they can get to an assignment they need to do is they can click on the actual class up here. So they can click on the class and it will take them to this page. Now, this is your streaming page, and it's a lot like on Facebook where you just have a whole bunch of, well, they click on this and they click on that and they go here and they go there. So it can be very confusing. So we ask our students to actually go to the second tab where it says classwork. This is the easiest place to see things. So you can see all the classwork is listed. The ones that are in gray are ones that are already done. Or this one, if you look at the icon, is slightly different. This is what we call material. This is stuff that we post maybe for them to study or just information that they need to know. So if I click on that even just here and it extends out, it says at or before 9 a.m., click on the link below for our class meeting. So this is a Zoom meet for Monday, Wednesdays at 9 o'clock. So for the next week, next 2 weeks until we go back on April 8th, this is where they're gonna go to get to the link in order to meet me for class. So it's right here in their materials. The great part about this is the ones that are in gray are ones that are already done. The ones that are in blue still need to be done. They will stay in blue even if it's past due. So even if it's something that, let's say this is due tomorrow, but the student doesn't get into it for the next 2 or 3 days, it will stay blue until it is actually done. So that's a great place to go. They can click here and it extends it, or they can view assignment and see here, and they can say whatever this assignment was, because I didn't actually put information in here, they need to come and do this assignment and then mark as done. And again, mark as done. They want to make sure you really mean to do that. Now also note too, if it's something that they say is done, but then they really didn't do it, or they didn't finish it and they need to fix something, they have to come here and say unsubmit. So when they unsubmit, it allows them to go back in and fix whatever they need to fix within that assignment. So that's a great thing to know as well. Okay, so let me go back to classes. You will also notice there are some other classes. This is a 5th grader that I did. They will have access to some new classes online. So we added a Bible class. They will have a Bible assignment each week from Mr. Wagner, and that will come up on Thursdays. They will have a DARE assignment from Officer Westlow that will come up each week. They have a brain and body exercise. This is where they can go. I'll click on it real quick. And again, go to classwork. There's going to be things in here that they can do, extra things if they have time or if they want to break from their work. There's some things where they can get some energy out, some Go Noodle things, some YouTube workout kids things. They can come to Kahoot and do some more learning. So if you have a student that is always wanting to work, this is a great place to go for things like that. If you want them doing something other than watching TV while you're trying to work in the other room, you can say, hey, go to the brain and body exercise class on CLA and do some things on there. So they can do Kahoot, which they can do any Kahoot they want. They can do Prodigy. They can do, I added a whole bunch of these, iCivics history, great learning tools for how our government works through iCivics. And so I put several of their game learning things on here as well. So that's something that they can do. They can also, let me go back to classes again. There is a take a break class, and even though it's the 5th grader I'm showing you, I don't have this one ready yet to show you the 5th grade one, but the 7th and 8th, I practiced this last week, just so you know, in case you see it and you're like, what are they doing? This is a great tool to stay in contact with the students while we're gone, because some of the things I've learned in researching how to conduct online learning, we need to not just focus on academics and the situations going at home, but also give the kids a chance to actually be social. And so how can we do that safely? Because we don't want to do necessarily something on Facebook and things like that. So again, you come in here, go to classwork. I have posted some things on Flipgrid, and basically what it is, let me just link to it real quick so you can see. They can go in here and they can respond. So they're going to log in with Google. I'm going to choose which account I'm going to log in with. So I'm going to log in with this one. And then on here, they have some different responses. So I asked them about TV shows. What are their favorite TV shows? And what do you like to binge watch if you can? And so they can listen and watch responses. And the responses are limited to about 40 seconds. And then they can respond to other people's responses. And it's all monitored by me as well. And so, so I can go in and I can delete out if a student does something they shouldn't. I can delete that out, and I can block them from doing this. So I feel like it's a good way for them to still see each other, interact, have some fun, and go from there. So that's what that class is, and there will be one up soon for 5th and 6th. I want to introduce them to it. I haven't done that yet, so I will do that this week, and they will be able to do that. Okay, so back to classes. Then they have their other ones. Now I want to show you one more area. So this is probably the easiest. So this would be what I would say is the #1 place to go to see what students need to be working on. But there are 2 more areas I want to show you. If you come over here besides the Google and there's that paragraph thing, I'm sure it has an actual name. I just don't know what it is. So I'm so sorry if you're a tech person and you're getting mad because I'm not saying it. But you have, okay, again, your classes. Then there's a calendar and a to-do list. So if you click on the calendar, you can see, okay, I have all of these things due. Now, please note that on the calendar, these will pop up on the days they are due, not the days they're assigned. So I might assign something on Monday, but it's not due till Thursday. So it'll show up here on the day it's due. And that might be confusing for students. And that's why I wanted you to see the other layout first, because I think that one will be the easiest place for them to go to know what they need to do first. But they can work their way down. Now, again, they can click on these and it will take them directly to the assignment. So I'll just show you that. So I can click and it goes right to the assignment. And this is an assignment I already did because you can see that I already submitted it. So the calendar will show you all assignments. It won't take it off once it's done. But again, it's a good place to see. I can even show you from last week. And you can note it has different colors. So each class is a different color. So it pops up with a different color depending on which class it is. Okay, and these are ones I just made. Then the other one that I really, really, really like is the to-do list. Now, the only bad thing about this one is there are several past assignments that we haven't been utilizing Google Classroom every single day like we're going to be using. And so a lot of students haven't marked things as done. And because of that, they may have a large section that looks like this, where it says no due date, and they may have a lot of things in here. They could go through and go ahead and mark them as done to get rid of them if they want, or they can just skip over them or ignore them. Again, we'll talk to the students about that. But what I love here is, here's these missing. So right at the very, very top are anything missing. These would be things that haven't been done yet. So the first screen I showed you with the classes, that shows what's coming up and that's due. But once it's past due, it will disappear. So if a student, let's say, is struggling to get things done on time, which is perfectly fine and normal for online learning, they can come here and say, okay, what did I miss? What do I still need to do? And it will list right here, boom, boom, boom. I saw these 3 things I need to do. And they can go in and they can click on this and it will take them to that assignment. Now within the to-do list, it also has, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, things that are still due. So at the very bottom, it has the things that are coming up. So down at the bottom, this is where you would find the same information that we saw on that first page I showed you. I don't like the fact it's at the bottom. That's just me maybe, but it is there. It is where you can find it. But this page, especially for knowing if the student has all their work in the past done, is a perfect go-to spot. And some of it might simply be something like, let me show you this one. So learning about the COVID-19 virus. I assigned this last week, and all they had to do was watch this video, and then once they were done, click mark as done. So it could be that they watched the video, they just didn't mark it as done. So they can just come in and mark as done, and voila. If I go back to the to-do list, it should be gone. Yeah, so it's not there anymore. So this is a great also reminder that, oh, it's missing. Oh, wait, I did it. I just need to go mark it as done, because then we know on the teacher side that the student did it. It's really hard to know when we're doing this e-learning if they've actually done what we've asked them to do or not. So a lot of their homework things will actually be things like that. They will just go and maybe watch a video, maybe just respond one small thing, and they just need to go in and just say mark is done, because then we know that they have completed the task. So those are your 3 main places to go. So your classes, calendar, and to do. And again, the classes is where we're going to stress for the students to start first. If you have any questions as we go through this e-learning, please don't hesitate to email and ask, and the students as well. And we will be stressing that again with the students. And I know that together we can get through this, and we can do the best we can to make sure students are learning, and at the same time give some breathing room to understanding that e-learning is definitely different than the classroom, and it may take some students longer to complete tasks because of that. So again, thank you for your time, and just let me know if you have any questions at all.